put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Okay, are we back, chat? I think we back. What's good, everybody? Let's go. We back. Come on, one more. Let's go. How everybody doing tonight, man? First of all, I just want to thank y'all, man. I can't start this show without first giving an honor to God, to, you know, who's the head of my life, man. I want to say the last few hours been pretty crazy, but God, at the end of the day, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank everyone for their calls, texts, everybody that checked in on your boy, man, for the last 2 days. It's been kind of crazy, but we got to church today. We was able to get some confirmation and just was able to see some family and see my mom, and got to eat some mama's cooking, and was able to bounce back real quick, man. And you all know me. I've never been one to just kind of just soak and be in my misery, but things happen for a reason, and we just going to trust God in the process, and that's all we can do at the end of the day. In the right chat, that's all we can do. So I appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. I'm trying to figure out how to make this little text feature, grab text feature work. I think I got it, or do I not? I got to figure out how to do it, y'all. So once I figure out how to do it, y'all will be able to see the screen, the text pop up, because I like this layout better. What's up, Smook? How was yesterday? Listen, man, shout out to everybody that was able to make it, which is the reason for our segment today, man. I want to hear about y'all experiences. I didn't get to make it. We had some last minute change of plans, 3 o'clock Saturday morning, and then got an even more disturbing call 6:30ish, 7 o'clock Saturday morning. And some of you all that's close, you all know the situation. All will be well. We're just steadily praying. You know, keep my family in your prayers. For those of you who have a heavenly language, man, just keep your boy family in the prayers and all that good stuff, man. And we're gonna get through it. I didn't come on here to sulk or do none of that today. God gonna do what he do in his due time. But we got a lot to talk about when it comes to some Alabama football, man. And I think we're going to get into this QB conversation a little bit more. We're going to take a little bit deeper dive into it to kind of see how it's shaping out. And a lot of people still want to believe that the job is locked up. And I want y'all to understand that they changed it to a practice format for a reason. And we'll get into that conversation. And I think it was the best thing for this quarterback room to be in that situation, to have that evaluation scrimmage be, you know, more so closed and limited to media availability, you know, because it keeps the confidence of the room and the confidence and confidentiality of the team together. So a lot of things to talk about, even outside of Bama football. Y'all know the hot topic, Nico leaving, left Tennessee. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that, man. Was it too soon, chat? Was it too soon? I don't think it was too soon. I mean, he is leaving. That boy gone. He out of there. But we'll talk about it, man. And I'm gonna give my unbiased opinion. I've spoke on, you know, the camps around him a while ago, and if you all have done wherever follow me on Kick, and watched our reaction content, then you know exactly what I'm talking about when it came to Nico. Very huge fan of the young man. Not a huge fan of some of the things around him, but it is what it is, man. People do what they do. It is what it is. And yes, Jawan Mahone jumping in right there. Yes, what's up, man? Welcome in. R.I.P. Kyron Lacey. R.I.P. Kyron Lacey, man. Unfortunate, you know, the situation he was facing already. Plus, you know, just to see that situation take that type of toll on him. That's why we always speak on the standpoint. And I don't care what the young man did. To take your own life, it takes a lot. That's something that's probably one of the most selfish acts you can do, you know, in this world. You know, take another life, that's one thing, but take your own is another. So it's the sad news, but that's why we're going to do our due diligence in bringing back our mental health assistance and prevention hotlines and programs. That really opened my eyes, because some of you all know me. I was dealing with a little bit of depression last year, so, and I was able to, you know, be able to rely on my faith and talk to people, and I'm not ashamed of it. You know, it's something that we all, at some point in life, we hit a block, and we're not all equipped with the tools to face these things in a positive manner. That's why you have professionals out there that will help you. You know, there's nothing wrong with getting help. You know, the greatest did it with some help. The great ones always did it with help. So don't think you're by yourself. Coach Smook Network is here. You know, we got our prayer room in the Discord, and that's what it's there for. But just trying to get some small talk, let everybody get in here, man, because I know everybody wants to dive in. Everybody wants to say, Coach Smook, I told you Ty Simpson was QB1. What if I told you I still don't think Ty is locked up QB1? He looked great yesterday. He looked great. Believe me, my phone is full of clips. My phone is full of clips, DMs, Instagram DMs. Me and BT talked briefly, and he could hear my phone going off literally. And that, what were we talking today, BT, or yesterday? But my phone just going off, buzzing while we were on the phone. So shout out to everybody that was there. I'm about to open the phone lines up after we do our little intro segment, just to give y'all a rundown of how the show is going to go. I'm gonna do my final digest, take the first 15 minutes of the show at the 15-minute mark, where we at 12 and a half. So at the 15-minute mark, I'm gonna do my my digest, and then at the 30-minute mark, we're gonna open the phone lines. From the 30-minute mark on, it's gonna be open dialogue, right? If we get more than one caller that's on the line, I'll give you a 3-minute timestamp. Go ahead and just kind of keep that in mind, and then we will get off the phone line and open the phone up. If you call in while somebody else is on the line and you get sent to voicemail, wait those 5 minutes to call back, all right? Because you know that somebody's on the phone right now, and you might not be on the live at the same time, you know, at the live moment when it's kind of caught up. So just kind of be cognizant of that timeline as we work towards getting our call queue set up for the network. All right. 5 Adam says recruiting update. Do y'all want to see the message that Kamarion Johnson sent me before he committed yesterday? After A-Day? Well, before A-Day. It was really before A-Day. He had already made up his mind. But I don't need to. So yesterday at about 11, I got a message right here. Oh, so it was right after the game tipped off, I guess, because I was checking in with all the recruits I was supposed to see. Shout out to all the parents, man. The Metz family, the Pritchard family, the Montgomerys, you know, my big sister Markeisha. Who else, man? It was a few people checked on me yesterday, like asking where I was, you know, where's expecting to see me, and you know, it was man, you know, maybe not being there was a good thing for me, because it was a lot of moving parts at the last minute, and I didn't want to be stressed. I didn't want it to be just but God did what he had to do, because we ended up getting a message from a very special player, man. Someone that I've been trying to make contact with since they've stepped on campus, and we will be featuring him in our series, kind of like what we did last year, Under the Radar. you know, in the Bama locker room. This one is going to be bigger than ball. We're going to be doing a story surrounding one of the Bama players, man. Y'all are going to be surprised at who coming to kick it with Coach Smook. But not only him, he's going to be bringing a special surprise along later on in the series. But we got something brewing over here. Y'all going to be surprised if somebody can guess who it is before the end of the show. And it is a player, active player on the Alabama's roster. BT, shut up. You can't guess. So if you can guess before the end of the show, I might have a prize for you. And I'm gonna see it in the chat if you guess it right. So, and it's an active player, a relevant player. I won't send y'all on a wild goose chase, but yeah, we're gonna have them as a guest on the network. Shout out to everybody pulling up in the chat, man. Do a roll call real quick before we kick this thing off. We got about 30 seconds before we gotta kick it off. So Jackson Johnson, appreciate you for pulling up, man. The voice of college football, Alabama coverage over there on YouTube. Y'all go check my boy out. Zach, I see you, my boy Zach Wilges. 5 Adam, what's good? Bama boy, I see you. Mary J, the one and only. Jawan Mahone, what's good? Jordan Sully, my gosh, man, what's good? Mike Jones, I seen you in the chat, man. Good to see you, man. Greg McKinney, my guy, appreciate you for answering the phone this weekend, man. Those 5 minutes really made a difference in my whole perspective, bro. I appreciate you 100%, bro. Who else we in here with? D-Lay said Ryan Williams, ain't wrong. Dougie Fresh, oh, my boy Dougie Fresh is in the building. Let's go, Dougie. Ray got the big guns when Dougie come in the house, man. What's up, Dougie? Hey, good to see everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for being here again. Let's get into the show, man. We're gonna dive into the topics of today. Listen, first thing, man, I gotta give my digest of this Alabama spring practice viewing, and I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, in no way, shape, form, or fashion am I saying that that this is a bad thing or anything by any means. I just need y'all to understand this. I want y'all to listen to this from an unbiased perspective. All right, so let's get to it. So as we dive into the topic of conversation, man, y'all are looking at actual footage from the doggone practice, man. The final practice of Alabama spring. You see Ryan Grubb out there telling those guys to pick it up. I got to look at it shortly before. Well, I looked at it once we got the media emails, but then I looked at it right after, right before I came live. And one thing I want to say, man, just look at the uniform, right? I like this, not fully padded, you know. It's basically shells, light, keeping guys, you know, loose. I like the tempo of practice. Just from looking at this, as my nephew, Rock. Man, that boy, don't the O-line look fit across the board? On a scale of 1 to 10, let's do this. Let's talk about appearance first. Let's talk about appearance breaking down A-Day. I saw some of the pictures that was sent to me. I got a lot of pictures. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for rubbing it in. But just overall, chat, the whole offensive line looks fit. Look at Wilkin for me, Jaden Roberts. You see Parker Brelsford. You see Cam Dewberry at the left guard position. And then at left tackle, I think that was Olis Alanin, if I'm not mistaken, that started at left tackle. That was working with the left tackle group there, 53. Jackson Lloyd, Mal Waldrop, all those guys, I saw them getting work, man. So it was good to see all of these guys getting work, but the tempo of practice is the thing that I was most impressed with. And it looked like the offensive line is in shape. On a scale of 1 to 10, appearance, how did everything appear to you? How did the offensive line look? How did the tight ends that were available, how did they look? Knowing that we had guys out and basically only one available tight end, how did they look? You know, what the wide receivers, we know they're going to show. You know they're going to show. Then also the quarterbacks, mechanics, man. Mechanics, everything. How did it look? Dad said, bring back the old A-Day format. Nah, I'm good with this one, man. No injuries reported. Just a dog and pony show, just like it's supposed to be. All that hard practicing you been doing, come out there and showcase your skills, man. Make everything look smooth. Put the best product on field. Make everybody look like they dogs. Look at the passes, man. I love the fact that the quarterbacks had to throw a lot. You know, a lot of reports was just talking about the amount of throwing that goes on during practice in Kalen DeBoer's system. They work a lot of exchange, right? Play action. Gotta be sound in all of these things, and I appreciate practices like this because now you're just trying to see who can roll over and stack what they're being taught as far as development. And this type of practice forces you to do that. You don't even have to worry about the guy throwing and completing the pass. Right now, you can just today could be footwork evaluation day. Today, like right now, is Ryan Grubb in Keelan's ear? Stick that ball out there, show that ball a little bit more. You see, because now he gets up on the next rep and then he shows it a lot. You get what I'm saying? So these are things that we get to see happen in practice. We get to see these coaches, and just from the sideline reports that I was getting, just the mode of this is how practice is. They are used to having guests on the sideline. They're used to having scouts there. They're used to having, alumni show up. So it helped them stay more so in a realistic practice environment. So now all the reports and the things that I was reporting and saying that was being reported from the sideline, you can basically see that. Now a guy that doesn't practice well or struggles in concepts, right? In practice, you get to see if he's truly improving, if he's truly developing. This is my favorite part, man. The ones. Seeing the ones. This is where you get to see quarterback accuracy, ball placement, timing, all of that. Derek Meadows streaking on. That look like Prince Butler. Prince, don't be letting the young freshman do you like that. You a senior. I don't care if you is a walk-on. Ooh. That's going to be a problem right there. Rich. That boy Richard Young going to be a problem. But on a scale of 1 to 10, how did everything appear, chat? How did everything appear? Look at Duke dropping that head. He better keep his head up. Scale of 1 to 10. Let me check the comments, man. It was so much to look at. Megan said. My guess is Cam Dewberry or Luke. Salute my brothers. What's up, Dougie? Let me see what they say. Let me flip my camera too. It look like I'm not even looking at the chat. Y'all gonna let me look backwards, look like I'm looking at the wall. Let's see, hold on. All right. What y'all thinking, man? Because honestly, a lot of people going to continue to complain about the format, right? They're going to continue to complain without seeing like the benefits of literally what happened, man. You got to see a lot because you didn't take them and put them in a different type of evaluation mode, because that's what spring is about. Development and evaluation. You get in the spring game, guys are doing things uncharacteristic that you're not trying to evaluate, right? You're trying to see if guys can operate it, what your philosophy requires effectively, right? That's good on good, best on best, level on level, right? And you want to see guys be efficient in what you're asking them to do. That doesn't mean that the defensive scheme is supposed to beat the offensive scheme every day, right? You don't necessarily want to see that. You just want to see guys when they get, so the defense got, let's say the defense got a basic cover 2 call. You want to see a guys do that cover 2 concepts, that handle their cover 2 responsibilities, and be football players and athletes and react just like that. Dijon Lee reacting, driving on the ball. Could have easily made a tackle and tried to be a superstar at A-Day. Probably injured the young guy, the walk-on, or whatever he is, right? But this type of practice is just showcase sharpness, right? Same thing with Drake Kirkpatrick right there. You get what I'm saying? You give a guy a chance not to just showcase that you can go and break the pass up, right? You showcasing like, okay, I'm there, boom, boom. I could break on that ball. You're showing. Same thing right here. That's a physical play you got to make right there, Dijon. You get what I'm saying? So these are things like you get to see without risking like heightening the risk of losing important players. I would hate to see an explosive player like Latier Brooks go down because, you know, Cam Calhoun is, or one of the safeties, let's say Bray Hubbard is catching him on a deep crosser, right? And then he got to make a play to show that he can make a play, but at the same time, he ain't trying to hurt his guy, and they end up both getting hurt. Like Malachi and Jeremy Bernard last spring. So I like this format just for that reason only. But other than that, yeah, y'all see Kaden the boy with his polo shirt, man. Y'all's a trip, man. Y'all is a trip. Chat, talk to me, man. What are y'all thinking though? This format, I'm with it. I'm with it. Overall evaluations. Let's start getting into the breakdown of that. Where we at? We got about 5 minutes before we open the phone line. Defensively, let me start on the defensive side because I know everybody wants to talk offense. Let's start on the defensive side. So, oh, there we go. Got a little bit more trouble in there. Defensively, talking about the secondary, man, just how efficient the guys are in the secondary, how fluid they are. A lot of rangy guys in the secondary. And that's a promising thing to see. In this practice, you saw guys like Cam Howard, Dre Kirkpatrick, you saw Dijon Lee, you saw Cam Calhoun. I got reports that Cam Calhoun is just a dog, man. Didn't get to see Damani Jackson, so Xavier Brown being in the boundary, allowing Deshaun Jones work at some of that rover, right? Seeing a lot of those different combinations of guys back there. Zay Mincy, 12, right? It was good seeing him get active. And then at the second level, the linebacker core, you see quality depth there. We didn't get to see Justin. We didn't get to see a lot of Nakai Hillis-Green. Did anybody else notice that? We didn't get to see a lot of 41. It seems as if he's comfortable. I don't think that was a situation where they're trying to, you know, saying that he's not getting it. I think he's got it very well. I think he, just from the reports and his showings in both scrimmages, or all three scrimmages, is not a system that is foreign to him, something that he's very familiar with, the scheme in itself. So I like the fact that he's getting those quality reps and not having to waste reps, and we're seeing a lot of young guys being able to get evaluated. I think Cole Adams is set up for a big year. We're not talking about offense right now. Get back on defense, Smook. But who else? The defensive front. I think everybody was kind of if anything, guys, I think the fact that we didn't get to see much trench work or like allow the defensive line to really showcase their athleticism. That's something that I'm going to have to take some getting used to, because even at the NFL level, it get real nasty in the trenches. But you want to see that if we start getting into the conversation. I want to see that if we start getting to the conversation about cross-conference spring games and scrimmages. We get into that, then I think you get into more of that best on the O-line, D-line, trench warfare. Then you get the ones on the outside, 7-on-7, limited team periods, 20 plays, 20 plays of rotation, something like that. Situational ball in cross-team practices. Once you get into that, I think you will start seeing teams wanting to see guys, because then you're kind of putting yourself in more of a realistic situation where you're having good on good from opposite teams. You're not kind of what they call it, self-inflicting injuries, right? We don't want none of those. So I love the format so far. Just wish we can get a little bit more of that action with the defensive line and the O-line. So that's for the defense. Linebacker, the edge rushers, I think, do you all see what I mean about the speed? Yanzi Pierre, even though I guess he was nicked up a little bit, but did you all see Noah Carter, just the natural speed of these guys dropping back in these zone coverages? I think that's something that this staff is seeing early on and forcing guys who struggle to get depth in their drops, especially in these zones. I could see, based off a lot of the reports and then the clips here, you're going to see the clips when they start running 11s and people posting clips from the games. It's like you've seen a lot of plays where guys were getting back, boom, 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 eyes active in drop back, shoulders square. If we can roll that over into the fall against Florida State to where we got consistency, first string, second string, and what you call auxiliary spot players, right? If we can get that consistency there, I think we're going to be a dangerous team defensively. Because you're forcing guys to get out in space and use their athleticism. You see even Duke Johnson right there, you see where he's coming from, the will linebacker position, right? Getting out there in space, having to make a play, right? That's what you want to see. I love the defensive front, just the athleticism there. Jordan Renard, Edric Hill, Keon Keeley. That's a nasty lineup. But then you think about it, that's a 3-man D lineup, defensive front that you got to deal with. And then you can go Keon Keeley, you can go Tim Keenan, you can go Kelby Collins, right? And then you can switch that lineup and go LT Overton. You can go Steve Bowler, 25, who was going crazy in the middle at the nose. And then you can put your defensive tackle. You can go, hell, pick one. Too many names to remember. That's what I'm saying. That's the fun part about having this defensive front like we do. That was an ugly ball, and you're not throwing that over no offensive line like that, man. Come on. We're gonna talk about defense in a second. I mean offense in a second, chat. This was a nice pass. I like this pass. I like that pass. Being able to see that and get over the ball, release point high, so the ball could dive into the receiver's chest. I like that ball. Just need that ball every time. Every time, more consistent. That's all they asking for from Austin Mack. But that's the defense. Offense, as you know, as we're sitting here talking with the offense, looking at the offense, going sevens. This is what we call 7-on-7 or pass scales, right? You're basically running drop zones. They're not worried about pressure. You usually have a time limit on the quarterback. What you're looking for is the activity, right? The activity of the quarterback's eyes, his hips, his arms. I love what Ty Simpson looks like right now. I don't care about that incomplete pass. That's just a great play by my guy Cam Calhoun. Was that Ty? That looked like Keelan that threw that incomplete right there. Should have been picked. Who was that? And see, look, this is what I don't want from Keelan right here. Check this pass right here. This is a 7-on-7 throw. Get into your 11 mechanics. Watch how he pushes off this back foot. You see that? We don't want that. We don't want that. Great follow through, but I want that footwork to be tight. And at the same time, this could be just a simulation of having people fall at his feet. But for mechanics wise, this is not what you want to see when you're throwing on air, right? Or you don't have a rush, right? You want everything to be smooth. But this could be a mechanics type thing where you practicing where somebody may be falling at your feet. You might want to get a slick off balance throw. I could see it. But you see how it almost affected that accuracy. You get what I'm saying? Almost affected. You know, put it in a good spot for the DB. Hey, you see the motion of the mimic, the simulation of tackling? I want to see this like a little bit. You get what I'm saying? You see more of doing that? That's good. You see 41, 51 out there. It's good to see 51 out there getting reps too. So Ty's mechanics. I've always told y'all, Ty has always been the prototypical quarterback, right? He is your prototypical guy. Okay, that was Keelan right there. That's just a great play by Calhoun, man. Oh, that's Austin. Yeah, they said your boy had a horrible day yesterday. That's like 3 practices in a row though. Y'all remember I told y'all Thursday's practice for Austin wasn't good. And it kind of, I said that practice is one that will kind of start setting the stone for Ty, Keelan, Austin. You get what I'm saying? And so that looked bad. And he looks like he had been pressing the whole day. Even in shout out to it wasn't King, it wasn't Dennis. Who sent me the clip? Doug. Shout out to my brother Doug. Sent me not Doug and not Dougie Fresh. But sending me clips of the ones, man, when they was running the ones, right? And they were, it was a lot of his ball placement was a question for me, right? A lot of his ball placement was a question for me. And I'm like, okay, I'm seeing the inconsistencies now. You get that one practice where the defense wins, right? Tuesday, where they said, you know, he had a bad day. Then Thursday, the defense wins. I reported that the defense wins. And then you come and you look at what was happening today. This is what kind of pushed him to that third, fourth spot last year behind Lonergan. You get what I'm saying? Because of the inconsistencies. And a lot of people believe that Lonergan kind of was more so in the QB2, you know, QB1B role than more so Ty Simpson going into the fall. But Ty Simpson solidified his case in the fall. So let's see how this fall quarterback battle plays out. You all saw it live. I think I think my analysis was consistent. I like how and Ty had a great second week. If you ask anybody, if you ask the staff, you ask anybody close to the program, they'll tell you that Austin had a great week, the second week of practices. That first week coming back from spring break, when they came back from break, that week he had an awesome, like a day. He had one day where he just went crazy, followed up with another solid day, and then the following 3 practices, it just kind of went downhill for him, including this one. So seeing Ty be consistent, I did see a lot of spots where I felt like the O-line probably, you know, even though you're only going a certain amount of percentage, like that bull rush by Keeley, that's going to be a weapon for us in season. Asaya Fager, I like seeing that guy out there. AK Deer, do y'all see how fast that young man is? Do y'all see how fast AK Deer is? Like, can y'all see the potential there? I love Calvin Calhoun's hustle, man. He just happy to be playing football. Did anybody else notice that? Somebody they were talking about him when we were up there Friday. That Friday we went up for team reporting. They were talking about Cam Calhoun, you know, his energy that he's bringing to the secondary room. Damani Jackson, I know y'all didn't see him out there, but did y'all see him out there coaching guys up? That's what you want to see from a first round draft pick. Like, Damani was a first round pick this year if he would have came out coaching his guys up. It felt good to see Mbakwe getting active too, y'all. It felt good to see 3 out there getting active. And the routes looking crispy. In y'all opinion, for those that watch the wide receivers, Isaiah Horton, does he fit the hype that I was bringing? Does he fit the hype that I was bringing y'all? Does he fit it? I just want to know, because I know personally, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, I think Horton might be wide receiver 1 for this group. I think he will be the Rome Odunze of the starting wide receiver trio. I think Jeremy Bernard might be the not least productive, but he probably won't put up the biggest numbers. He's gonna put up like the 4th or 5th biggest numbers, but his impact is always going to be there, right? I think Ryan Williams will be a solid number 2. His numbers he might have the most receiving yards, maybe because of his big playability. Ryan Williams' yak is going to be crazy this year, with you having to extend resources to Horton. Horton was going to be the option at Miami. Carson Beck showed up. That man said, "Hell to the mother no." not no sir. And he gotta go have surgery. That boy gonna get a rubber band put in his elbow. He gonna need it, because that arm is noodle. Shout out to the big viewers in the chat, man. How many we got in here? Let me see. Where we at with it? We got 40 in the chat, man. Let's see. 43. If you got 43 in the chat, that means we got some likes on this thing. Let me see. We beg for likes, ain't that right? We beg for likes, don't it? Tell him, Sully, we beg for likes, brother. Where them likes at, chat? Let me see. I'm about to go check them out. Let me see. What y'all doing with my likes, man? We had 25 likes. Oh, that's ghetto. Come on, y'all. Run the likes up for your boy. Come on, y'all. Give your boy some love, man. Run the likes up. We had 45 people in the chat. Let's get up to 40 likes on the stream, man. Let's get up to 40 likes on the stream. How long we got left? Oh, it's time to open the phone lines. Oh, final thoughts on the offense. I think both quarterbacks, I think all 3 quarterbacks did good. Austin made a lot of mistakes, but I think he persevered through them. I didn't see him dropping his head a lot. You see him, kind of being frustrated with himself like you want to see in a competitor, but I didn't see him dropping his head a lot. This is a kid I feel like he knows that he had a lot of development, in order a lot of development to go through in order to become a starter. And when you got a talent like Keelan Russell behind you, you kind of see the writing on the wall, right? What you need to do, and this might be the year you get to use that, right? Not having that pressure of being the next guy up to really develop and then pop back on the scene and show another, I guess you could say, leap of growth like you did this offseason. I think he's gotten way better since last year, Austin Mack. Ty Simpson, I think he's the same guy I thought he was. Same guy I thought he was. He's going to be able to manage the game, right? He's going to be able to manage the game. I don't think we expect nothing special from him. Can he make special plays? Yes, but I don't think we need to count on him to do it, right? And then Keelan Russell, the true freshman phenom, you see the mechanics, everything he's working on, you see it starting to turn over, and you can see kind of like the college mindset, the professional mindset starting to show up in this young man. Staying natural, staying keen to who he is as far as an athlete and what he brings to the table, but also growing in the system. And Kalen DeBoer, we all read the same excerpts from the interview. Kalen DeBoer is looking for a playmaker, not somebody that's just going to manage the game. He wants a playmaker. And I think Ty Simpson showcased some playmaking ability yesterday, if I'm being honest. Let's get to the booth, man, so we can get into this phone line. Y'all ready? Let's get to it. All right. Y'all better stop acting up. Let's get to it, man. Get ready to call in. The phone number to call in is 334-625-1121. Go ahead and call in. Say your name. Who you with? Let me see where the call in number at, chat. Give me a second. Let me get the number up first of all. It is. There we go. 334-625-1121. Go ahead and call in. Say your name and put me in the game, coach. We'll get you on the line. Hear your thoughts on Alabama's A-Day festivities. You know what, y'all? I gotta be honest. I messed up. All right, we good now. Can y'all still hear me? Can y'all still hear me? Mic check, uno, dos. Okay, y'all still got me. I had the wrong settings set up. We got a phone call? I don't think so. Listen, look, I am not forcing y'all to call in. But I'm telling y'all right now, the new setup, don't be trying to be mad talking about you can't get on the phone line because what's about to happen next month in May? What's about to happen? People are gonna want to be heard. And I'm telling you, I'm just saying. First call on the line, chat.
Really?
Hold on, chat. I gotta fix the music and stuff. Hold on. Yo, Zach, what's up, man? You in the game? Talk to me, brother.
What's going on, Coach Smook?
Man, look, nothing much, man. Just trying to make it, man. Enjoying this fine Sunday, man. The weather was beautiful today. The sun was shining. Alabama spring football is over with, and we got a lot to digest in the offseason, in speculation of how this 2025 season is going to go. What about you, Zach? What's your thoughts on everything, man?
I'm excited because Ty is not really exceeding expectations, but he's doing better than what I expected, if that makes sense. Because he's doing good, he's proven that he has another gear that maybe has been lacking in previous springs. And so this spring he really stepped up and has done what he's needed to do to make the quarterback competition more competitive.
100%, Zach. I like that. I like that he's and my thing is this: he's been in the quarterback competition for 3 years now. I would think
Right.
that he's kind of tired of it, and I'm glad that he's showcasing everything. And I told you all Thursday that this was not going to be a easy battle for him. This is not going, and it's. I don't think it's going to be easy. There's going to literally have to be. He's gonna. It's his job to lose, like I've said from the jump. Anybody else that's been saying I've said otherwise is crazy. I said if he loses this job though, man, if he doesn't win it in the fall, and I like it's a tough thing for me because I'm really speaking from a standpoint of the staff, man. They've made it plain to what they feel that this process is going to be. They've
Right.
made it plain. They want to find the ultimate playmaker to unleash this offense. They know how important this season is to just the future of what their tenure at Alabama looks like. Yes, year two. Somebody said, "What, you trying to put them on the hot seat after year two?" This is what the fan base does at the University of Alabama. This is what you all claim that you were used to winning and all this stuff. You guys were ready to fire coordinators after 1 year. So yes, this staff is kind of feeling that pressure, but they're not feeling the pressure to the point where they're going to, put the guy that the fan base is screaming for. They got a serious generational talent sitting on that roster, and they not looking to try to risk it game in and game out like Coach Saban did when Tua was riding the bench behind Jalen. No disrespect to Jalen, but we knew when Tua got in that game against Vanderbilt, third game of the season that year, and he got in that game, we knew Tua was different then, and this offense could be different if he was the quarterback.
Facts.
That's all I'm saying.
And you're speaking facts. And see, for anybody that thinks that we as a channel was doubting Ty, we wasn't doubting Ty. We just wanted Ty to take that next step that he needed to take to own the room, to be that leader that he needed to be to win the job.
Zach, did Bama Nation accept mediocrity from Jalen Miro last year? Did majority of this fan base pick Jalen Miro up and encouraging him and all this stuff when he had a mediocre game?
Oh no.
So why would we want a chance putting ourselves in that same predicament? You get what I'm saying? Why would we want to chance that again? When we know what we get from, and no disrespect, I know Ty Simpson can operate this offense, right?
Right.
I know Keelan Russell is more athletic. I know he has just as good, and everybody that went to A-Day, we see the arm talent in our quarterback room across the board. You got tight spirals. Mac his gets away from him every now and then. But I'll be honest, arm strength was displayed. The arm strength displayed on a lot of the ones and those sevens. Keelan didn't really take a lot of deep shots, but the 2 or 3 that he did take, we got some nice arms in that room.
Oh yeah. Keelan is he's a different kind of athlete. He's like a once in a generation type athlete, but at the same time, Bama's had 2 or 3 of those in the last 5 or 6 years. So we've been blessed. It's kind of like we've had 2 once in a generation type coaches. We've had at least 2 proven once in a generation type quarterbacks. Bryce did it under a whole lot more pressure and stress than what Tua done it under, but Bryce was still a great quarterback.
Facts.
No matter how the season turned out or anything like that. You can't take away from what Bryce done with the offensive line he had, with the offense he had, with the play calling he had, and everything going on around him with players playing for themselves, whatever the case may have been. Everything that Bryce faced at Alabama, he took it and ran with it and exceeded what most quarterbacks in the same situation would have done.
Facts. And people want, we crown, we bless Bryce as one of the greatest in all of this, but I would beg to differ, and I will be willing to bet that if Bryce had the 2020 year, right, with Mechie, we know Mechie was injured after COVID. Mechie could have came back one more year.
Mm-hmm.
He could have came back one more year. Right?
Right.
If Mechie would have came back with that young group that Bryce had going into his second year starting, imagine if Bryce would have had a spring to compete with Mac Jones. We would have been having a similar conversation with Bryce and Mac Jones that we're having with Keelan and Ty. Because but my thing is this, a lot of people keep disrespecting Ty and saying he's going to be Mac Jones. I think Ty's way better than Mac Jones.
Right.
I mean, way better.
I even agree with that. Mac Jones just had wide receivers that were beyond elite that made him look better than what he was, and made plays for him to make him good. And so, yeah, I agree. I mean, we're in a really good position because right now, any quarterback we throw out there can win us games, and maybe could even keep us in conversation for a championship contender. But the only downside with Austin is he hasn't been consistent. He's been consistent at being inconsistent. And that was Milroe's problem last year. Milroe was consistent at being inconsistent. But if Austin Mack could take that next step and develop to what we believe he could be, I mean, the sky is the limit for that young kid. And to go away from the offense, the defense, I'm excited for this defense. Excited. I mean, this is the year for our defense to be early Nick Saban tenure style defense. And not necessarily style, but, production, let me put it like that. And it excites me because those defenses were, we had some dudes in Saban's early tenure at Alabama. We had some dudes. And, what are the guys we got in the program now? His dad played for Nick Saban back then. So, Drake Jr. So the kind of pressure he's under to perform at a program like Alabama, because his dad was a beast at Alabama. And so, I'm just so excited for this next season because everything that we have in place to win a championship. If we don't win a championship this year, it's not the coach's fault. It's not the fans' fault. It's the players' fault, because the players, because with the way everything's set up, we're in perfect position with the coaching staff, talent, everything going for us, we have the capability of winning a championship this year. We just need
100%.
to go out and perform.
Facts there. Facts, Zach. Well, Zach, I appreciate you for calling in, man. Anything else you want to say before you get off?
I'm going to speak on this because I feel very outspoken about this.
What's this?
Lacey.
Nah, let's not. Let's save it for another one. Let's save it for another one. I want to do a special segment on that, so we're gonna save that one for another one. All right.
All right.
All right, brother.
All right. Bye.
Yep. Nah, I don't want to touch that one. Yeah, I really want to. When we go into that one, chat, I want to go into that conversation with level heads. I've been seeing a lot of different opinions about his situation, and I'm gonna have a meeting with the moderators. So moderators, be looking out for a meeting tomorrow. That's the reason I'm not speaking on it tonight. Like I told you all last week, I have a lot of people that are looking to take this brand and this network to the next level. And authenticity doesn't mean you can't be respectful. And so out of respect for the situation and the details arising from it, I don't want to have this discussion about it, because just like Zach, this is a situation and something that kind of touches home for me, being a veteran and dealing with soldiers who have committed suicide. You know what I'm saying? So I choose to approach that topic a little bit differently. Okay, so respect that. If you don't want to respect that, there's a lot of other channels that's willing to talk about it right now and speak on it. I don't want that weight on my hands. All right. So, with that being said, any more phone calls, man? We up on our we ain't got time for no more phone calls. We here at the hour mark. I wanted this to be an hour check-in. We got 50 people in the chat. How many likes we got on the stream, chat? Let me see real quick. Let's go to the podium real quick. So, what we got? Y'all don't got the music in y'all ears. That's why y'all not laughing. There it is. All right, so I'm pull this up. I'm gonna check this out real quick. 1 second, chat. Camera look good though. Hey, somebody asked me, did I cut my hair? No, I didn't cut my hair. It's right there, dog. I just got a big forehead. Y'all keep joking. I just got a big forehead, man. That's all. God bless me. I think a lot. Got space for a lot of thinking. All right, here we go. Where we at on the likes, man? Oh, 43 likes. Hey, appreciate y'all. Listen, 7 more likes, we get to 50, man. 7 more likes, we get to 50. And as you all can see, man, we almost at 3K. We're 75 subscribers away from 3K on our YouTube channel. So continue to share the word and put the word out there about the Coach Smook Network. People are finding out. I woke up this morning and it was at 2,911 this morning. So that means 14 people have come and subscribed to the channel since this morning, which is awesome. Lets me know that you all are supporting. You all are doing a very small thing. It's free. It don't take long. Like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing to the channel is free. You want to be a member? You can be a member by checking out the wristband. As a matter of fact, I was gonna do something while we on live. So, listen, just subscribe. Oh yeah, you should have seen it. The alert ain't come up. Dang it. Did it come up? Army 3275, thank you for becoming a subscriber on the channel. Make sure you drop a like on that stream. Listen, if you enjoy this Bama content, tonight is kind of off. I'm not gonna lie. I just need y'all to know, man. Tonight was kind of off. I'm trying to bounce back. Shout out to Travelpreneur Sportcast. I see you in there. Sport Podcast. I see you in there. Long story short, lost a family member, chat. And that's never easy, but the manner cruel world out here, right? So keep my family in your prayers. But then lost a few friends over the last since Thursday. We wake up and you get on social media and that's all you see. That's all you see. RIP this. I can't believe this person passed and this and that. So that's what it's been like for me this weekend. But getting to church today, seeing my mom, seeing some family that really helped out. So I appreciate everybody that checked in and sent their prayers. I really do appreciate it. I felt it. I felt the support, and I really do appreciate it, y'all. And because a lot of you all know that I did the same, I would do the same for you all. Especially when it comes to being there and just sending up prayers. They're easy, they're free, and they don't take long. Sometimes you can just put up the name of Jesus, and that can be just enough. But for those that really send up a prayer for your boy, I appreciate it. And I want you all to understand, we're gonna keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. Just give me a day. Give me a day or two to just really shake back. Get this processed, and then I'm gonna keep coming though. Pause. I'm gonna keep doing this. I knew y'all was gonna. I can't even have a serious moment with y'all, but no, I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep striving to bringing this content and bringing this coverage. We have something lined up for July. We done made the big break that we need, y'all. And then I already told y'all, bigger in the ball. We're trying to see which episode is going to be first. If we can get these dates lined up, and nobody guessed the player. So what we got? We got a minute and 30 seconds before the live end. Nobody guessed the player. Nobody guessed the player that we supposed to be bringing on the network. So, and BT can't guess, and nobody better not be in his inbox trying to guess. Ask him who it is. He the only one that's gonna know this. He the only person I told. Oh, and show Mr. Ready to Play himself. They the only two that know. The only two people in the world. It ain't QB. Nah. He on the list though. I want to get her. I want to get QB. We've had Duke and Luke. We was kind of like the Luke finders. The Duke and Luke finders. Nobody was talking about them boys when we signed. It ain't Riley. It ain't Deer. Look at that. Thad trying to figure out why he don't know. It ain't Jeremiah. It ain't Calhoun. Deborah getting too close. It's time to end the live. How much more time I got? 15 seconds. Deborah getting too close. She guessing too close. I'm about to leave. Nah, it ain't Keelan. Deborah got way too close. Hey, y'all want me to be honest? It ain't Bach. But so the reason I don't want to give y'all this prize is because my cousins just text me and they just fired up the grill. My twin cousin birthday is tomorrow. Nope, it's not Rich. So I don't want to I love you guys. Y'all be easy, man. And remember, when you see me in the streets, holla at me.
You a major.
It say put me in the game, Coach Smook.